Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I share some of the craziest stories from my life as a landlord. Today I'm going to tell you a crazy story that was told to me by one of my peers.
The sun hung low in the sky, casting elongated shadows across the cracked pavement. I stood on the stoop of my crumbling apartment building, staring up at the faded sign that read, Oakland Heights Apartments. The irony was not lost on me. Heights, more like the depths of despair. My name is Evelyn, and I've been a tenant here for 5 years. When I first moved in, the promise of affordable rent and a cozy space seemed like a godsend. Little did I know that the real gods of this place were the property management company, Mossa Companies, who held our fate in their hands. The pandemic hit hard. My husband Henry lost his job, and my dog walking business dwindled to a trickle. We scraped by, relying on unemployment benefits and the occasional odd job. But our sanctuary, the place we called home, was crumbling around us. Mossa Companies had scored big. They snagged a multi-million-dollar loan under the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, supposedly to keep their workforce intact. Yet as rats scurried through the hallways and mold crept up the walls, it became clear that their priorities lay elsewhere. The first sign of trouble was the leaky pipes. Our bathroom ceiling sagged ominously, and water dripped into a rusty bucket. I called the management office, but their response was a dismissive, "We'll look into it." Weeks turned into months, and the bucket overflowed, creating a moldy puddle on the floor. Henry developed a persistent cough. Next came the trash situation. The dumpsters overflowed, attracting scavengers of both the human and rodent variety. The stench was unbearable. I complained to the property manager, Mr. Simmons, who shrugged and said, "Budget cuts, you know." Budget cuts? Meanwhile, Mossa Companies flaunted their PPP millions, probably sipping champagne in their plush offices. I imagined them laughing at us, the struggling tenants, while they counted their ill-gotten gains. But the worst was yet to come. One night, as I lay in bed, I heard scratching sounds. At first, I thought it was the wind. But then I saw them, the beady eyes, the twitching whiskers, the rats. They scurried across the kitchen floor, bold as thieves. I screamed, waking Henry. He grabbed a broom. But what could we do? The rats outnumbered us. I confronted Mr. Simmons the next day. "We're living in filth," I shouted. "The rats are taking over." His response, "We're doing our best." Best? The rats had a better quality of life than we did. They had free rein, while we cowered in our infested apartment. Desperation drove me to research. I discovered that Mossa Companies owned properties all over San Francisco and Oakland. Their website boasted about vintage with modern upgrades, but all we got were broken promises and crumbling walls. One evening, I joined a virtual meeting with other tenants. Faces filled the screen, people from different backgrounds, united by frustration. We shared horror stories. Veritas, another property giant, had also received PPP funds while ignoring their tenants' pleas for repairs. We decided to fight back. We drafted a letter demanding accountability. Armed with righteous anger, we marched to the Mossa Company's office. The lobby was pristine, marble floors, potted plants, and a receptionist who looked at us as if we were cockroaches. We handed her the letter, demanding that they use their PPP millions for what it was meant, to support struggling businesses and keep roofs over our heads. She glanced at the letter, her manicured nails tapping on the desk. "I'll pass it along," she said. Pass it along? We weren't asking for charity. We were demanding justice. As I walked away, I vowed that our voices would be heard. The neglected abode would rise from its decay. We might be tenants, but we were also fighters. And if Mossa Companies thought they could trample on us, they had another thing coming. So here I stand on the stoop of Oakland Heights Apartments, ready to fight for our right to a safe and dignified home. The rats may have claimed the hallways, but we, the forgotten tenants, would reclaim our voices.
I hope you enjoyed this story and learned something from it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crazy stories. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you next time. Bye.